Hey, and welcome back. In today's video, I thought I'd talk about my 100-pound weight loss journey, the good, the bad, and the gross. I've struggled with my weight since the day I was born. I was a 9-pound baby, and I just always was a little chubby. Looking back at childhood photos, that's the last thing I would think that I was, but compared to other kids my age, I was just always a little bit bigger. And as a teenager, I was very insecure about it and wore really baggy clothing. I didn't actually lose weight until I was 20 years old and started working at a gym. And I kind of went the opposite way during this time. I would open the gym every morning and run 5K. I was measuring all of my food. I would only eat fruits, vegetables, and turkey and chicken, and worked out like a crazy person. I was a personal trainer. I taught yoga. I taught ab classes and body pump classes. And working out and eating healthy was my only obsession until I met Joe. I feel like when you're in love with someone, your priorities shift a little bit. And I quickly started gaining weight. And in 2006, we got married and I weighed 150 pounds. That year, I also gave birth to our first daughter, Izzy. And during that pregnancy, I gained a whopping 80 pounds. I had placenta previa and I was on bed rest, but also I was freaking enormous. I was like a bus pregnant, and I never really lost the weight after that. I always hovered around 200 pounds. Abby was born in 2008. I was hovering around 200 pounds. And then I started gaining weight really rapidly after Milo was born, and my hair started falling out and my eyebrows were falling out, and I was cold and I was tired, and I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's. And one of those side effects is having a slower metabolism. I'm not blaming my metabolism for my weight. I just think I've always eaten kind of crappy. I don't work out a lot, but also I'm really prone to gaining weight from eating carbohydrates and sugar. It's like I sniff a cupcake and it's right on my butt. And in 2016, after trying every kind of weight loss thing. I tried Weight Watchers. I was going to the gym. I had a personal trainer. I was doing keto. I had done every stupid diet. Finally talked to my doctor because I was pre-diabetic and having some health issues, and he recommended weight loss surgery. I did not want to cut my guts out, and I swore I could do it on my own, and that was like the last thing I wanted to do. So instead I did this medical weight loss program through the hospital where you eat nothing for 3 months. 3 protein shakes a day, only 800 calories total, and nothing else. And you guys, I didn't cheat. I went from 220 pounds to 175 pounds in 3 months. Whoa, I felt like $1,000,000. This was amazeballs. But here's the bad part. As soon as I started eating solid food again, I immediately started gaining weight. As one does, I went from 800 calories on a liquid diet to even looking at a piece of bread and gaining weight. I wasn't even eating bad at all, and I quickly ballooned back up and I gained more weight than ever. I feel like that crash diet really kind of wrecked my metabolism a little bit more. Just eating nothing for so long and really starving my body meant that I was packing it on for a rainy day, in case there was another starvation coming. And I went up to 250 pounds, and it was bad. So in 2017, I was at my absolute biggest I had ever been. I was having blood sugar issues. We were talking about having to possibly get diabetes medication, just a lot of medical conditions that were directly related to my obesity. My BMI was 41, which is morbidly obese. And though I didn't feel like I looked that big, I hid myself. Every time I had a family photo, I would put my children strategically in front of me. My weight was something, it was bothering me. It's all I thought about all the time. Every day I would beat myself up for not exercising enough, not eating the right thing. I would either eat nothing all day and then binge eat at night, or do really good and eat really healthy for 2 days and then still hate myself when I had 2 slices of pizza. It was a really toxic time in my life where all I thought about was food and my weight and my butt. That's all I thought about. And then I got a call from HGTV. And we filmed a pitch and a pilot that whole year. And it didn't matter that I was 250 pounds. They still wanted to make a television show with me. So I put my idea of having weight loss surgery on the back burner. If these people can accept me for the size that I am, if television can accept me for the size that I am, why can I not accept myself? And 6 months later, I still had not heard from them. And it went to the network and I didn't hear anything, and I just assumed this was never going to happen. So I decided to go forward with the weight loss surgery because I was tired of being fat. I was tired of hating the person I saw in the mirror. I was tired of trying and failing diets, and I was really sick of thinking about food. I was really sick of every time I met someone getting unsolicited diet advice. You know, it was always about my size, constantly, and I was sick of it. So my husband said he didn't want me to have the surgery. My family said they didn't want me to have the surgery. I was scared to have the surgery. Everybody said it was a cheat and a quick way out and I should just do it the right way. And I thought, you know what? Life isn't, you're not getting bonus points here. I've tried and failed so many times. It's time to ask my doctor for help. And here in Canada, if you're morbidly obese, weight loss surgery is completely free. It's covered by OHIP. I thought I have nothing to lose except my self-loathing and some extra pounds. So I had the surgery in October 2019. I was 222 pounds. Immediately after my surgery, I felt pretty good, except even drinking a shot glass of water hurt. Like they make your stomach, I had the full Roux-en-Y gastric bypass surgery. So not only do they make your stomach pouch really, really tiny, but they like bypass a lot of your guts and rearrange things. And it was laparoscopic, so there wasn't any like physical pain on the outside, but my stomach was so small that I would be full on like a grape. You know what I'm saying? And you don't absorb vitamins from food anymore. You have to take synthetic vitamins. So I was like struggling to even get vitamins down, to drink enough water. I was chronically dehydrated for the first few months after. And anytime I would overeat, it was agony. And when I say overeat, like 3 bites instead of 2. Agony, so much pain. In the first 4 months, I had lost 47 pounds in 4 months because I couldn't eat anything, okay? Because I could eat nothing. By 6 months, I had lost 87 pounds in 6 months. It was insanity. And by the year, I had lost a whopping 117 pounds. And in the middle of all of this, I actually got a call back from HGTV. And they were like, actually, we'd love to go ahead with the show. And I'm like, I had weight loss surgery and now I'm like 70 pounds lighter. So we had to refilm things because they couldn't do the show again. I looked completely different. So those original pilots have never seen the light of day. And I filmed the whole first season of HGTV's Hot Mess House from my house, in the middle of losing massive amounts of weight and not being able to eat very much and working 12-hour days just trying to like get sips of water whenever I could. And then the second season of Hot Mess House, I got to go to New York, and this is when I was the smallest I had ever been. I was down to 125 pounds. I had lost literally half of myself, and I felt really good. And this is when things started to go amazeballs, okay? Because a year after my surgery, I was able to feel like a normal person again and eat whatever I wanted and not gain weight. And I was like, this is the best time of my life. And then I had a gallbladder attack and had to have my gallbladder removed because I had lost so much drastic weight, and that was kind of horrible. But after that, again, feeling really good. And then I made a drastic error at the 2-year mark. Here's what happened. I thought that I had this magical, wonderful body now, that it didn't matter what I ate and I could never gain weight and I was a superhero. And I started reintroducing Skittles. And at first it was fine, and then maybe some brownies and then some other things. And anytime I ate sugar, I would feel really sick, but I was like, it's worth it. It's worth it. And then I'd get a little less sick and a little less sick. It's actually called dumping syndrome after you have the surgery. Not because you dump in your pants, but because you have sugar dumped into your intestines and then your pancreas releases a ton of insulin after the fact. So you have like this crazy, insane blood sugar issue going on, which makes you feel really, really sick. But my body was getting used to the constant punishment, and I slowly started gaining weight. So in the past 6 months, I have gained 30 pounds back. So I think I felt best at 140. I felt healthy. I was a solid size 6. That's my goal, to get back there. I'm terrified to gain the weight back. Terrified to gain the weight back because there are side effects of having the surgery. I have side effects of like low iron and low vitamin B12. And I still feel really sick if I eat the wrong things or if I eat too much. And so this isn't a magic bullet like I thought it was. It wasn't like, woo, 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 yay. It didn't change up here. And it has side effects on my body that I'm probably not even aware of. But would I do it again? That's what everybody asks. And the answer is yes, I would. Because even now that I'm slowly gaining weight back again, it isn't a battle like it used to be. And if you've never been overweight, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But if you've struggled with your weight, you know the war I'm talking about. I can't think of it as any other way except a war, a daily battle against yourself, against the food you put in your mouth, against if you've worked out enough, not enough. Like it's all you think about. It consumes your thoughts. You're thinking about it when you get a family photo. You're thinking about it when you're going for a walk or riding a roller coaster or an airplane. Will I have to get the extender? Will I fit in this ride? Every time you meet someone new, are they judging me? Every time I'm out with my husband, right? It's just every time I go shopping, I have no words. I have no words to explain what it feels like to be an obese person in this society. It's something that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. We're coming up on my 3-year anniversary of the surgery. I don't have to feel like that on a daily basis. And now that I'm gaining weight back, it's creeping back in, but it's still nothing like it was before. I feel free of the burden. I'm on TikTok all the time and I see these body positivity women and large women just with confidence and loving their life, and I'm so freaking happy for them. And I'm so happy to see this trend changing in society where we're becoming more accepting of all body types, because it wasn't like that even 5 years ago. And you can say, who cares what other people think? Love yourself. But that seeps into your soul and your being. And there's so much pressure, especially on women, to not be fat. We know we're fat. We know. We do not need you to tell us. We do not need to be reminded on a daily basis. We already hate ourselves enough for it. But that's changing, and people are loving themselves now, right? And society is supporting them. So this is just an incredible time, and I'm just so happy for everyone. And I don't know, what is the point of this? The point is I wanted to share my journey with you because I know there is a lot of stigma attached to the weight loss surgery, and a lot of people, especially people who are really overweight, feel shame in even looking at that as an option because it's a cheat, because it's taking the easy way out. But I'm here to tell you it's not easy. It wasn't easy. It was hard and it was messy and it was gross. It was painful, but it was the only way I could have done this. And that's the truth. I couldn't have done it on my own. I tried and failed. And so I'm thankful that there was an option. So anyways, that's my big rambly weight loss story. I will keep you guys posted. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you guys so much for those of you who have stayed to the end. Biter be gone. This is not me endorsing this. So Abby bites her nails, and so do I, and so does Joe. But she recently, for her graduation, got fake nails, and she was loving long nails. So she said, Mom, I don't want to bite my nails anymore. Help me stop. So I went on Amazon, and I just bought the first no bite thing I found. It says maximum strength. This bitter taste will stop you from biting your nails. Just rub it on your fingers. So I did. I bought it. I rubbed it on her hand. 2.5 seconds later, She's screaming, vomiting, gagging, crying. She's 13 years old. She is a little dramatic. And I was like, Abby, you're fine. She's like, the taste. We brushed her teeth. We washed her hands. We used soap. We tried to get it off with fingernail remover, Goo Gone, literally every kind of dish soap, everything we could possibly find. And in her mouth, we ate everything. We poured sugar in her mouth. We brushed her tongue. She had milk. She had cookies. She had Oreos. She had everything. She could not stop the taste. And she said, Mom, didn't you read the reviews? I did not. Then I did. You ready for this? Very, very potent. Parents be warned. The package says to apply 2 to 3 times daily as needed. For the love of God, don't. We put this on my 3-year-old son's fingers to stop him from sucking on them. It's so insanely strong. He puked and cried and puked and screamed. I feel like there should be a warning. Good news is he stopped sucking his fingers. Bad news, he's traumatized for life. Horrific, long-lasting bitter taste, but does the job. This stuff tastes awful and bitter. I put it on my 5-year-old's nails to stop her biting. The first day was awful. I probably put too much on, and once she put it in her mouth, she was crying horribly and couldn't get the taste out. And every time she cried, she stuck her fingers back in her mouth for comfort, and the cycle went on and on. I tried some on myself before making dinner. Huge mistake. Tasted it. It was so awful. It took hours for the taste to leave my mouth. The salad was ruined because despite washing my fingers 4 times, it got on everything and everything was inedible. That being said, 2 days later, nobody's biting their nails. So I put this on myself too, just like out of sympathy for Abby. If you touch something, it is now on there forever. You can't peel an orange. Good luck eating any type of finger foods. This spreads on everything. It spread all over me. Joe kissed my forehead. He could taste it. How to get there 5 days later? I don't know. It's forever everywhere in your pores and everything tastes bad. Okay. Update, terrible, rubs off on everything you touch. After using it for a few days, I found that it's on anything I touch and it always gets in my mouth. Any finger food, utensil, pen. Your wife said after a knife I used out of the dishwasher, she touched her mouth and now she has the taste. A knife he touched that went through the dishwasher that his wife used the next day, she could still taste it. What is in this? I don't know. Wanted my son to stop sucking his thumb, put it on. He puked for a week straight, plus sighed. He'll never suck his thumb again. Alien urine. If your hands are attached to your body, this nasty, awful bitterness will spread itself around. Need to blow your nose, rub your eye, then prepare to suffer a nauseating bitterness that does not merely wash off with soap and water. If your hand passes near your face, this evilness will leave residue on your cheek. I can only assume there is some sort of alien nanotechnology that allows this substance to travel independently to your mouth. You've tried nail polish remover, Goo Gone to no avail. Forget ever eating nachos or fries again. So I'm sharing this with you because it's hilarious. It's now a joke in my house because everything kind of tastes like this. It's been a week. It still is lingering in the air. Will I put this back on my nails? Probably. Because anytime I like subconsciously go to bite, even a week later, I'm like, oh yeah. It's training my brain, you guys. Yeah, it's horrific. Will you vomit? Absolutely. Will you want to die? Absolutely. Would you rather lick a dog's butt? 100%. Will you ever bite your nails again? That's a no. That being said, do not use this on children. It would be child abuse. Do not put it on children. Do not put it on their thumbs to make them stop sucking their fingers. It is evil incarnate, but it totally works. Okay, that's it. See you guys next time.